In these calls that I have with many of you guys, I'm hearing the same things over and over again when it comes to Google LSA local service ads. And I want to clear up some things because I know this is affecting a bunch of you. So listen up. Okay, so the thing I'm hearing consistently is Google LSA ads like used to work and now they're not, or they're really inconsistent. Either they worked or they're not working at all right now, or they're totally inconsistent. Like some months we get tons of leads and some months we get nothing. And I want to just give you some information that's going to help you understand what's going on here. Google local service ads are no longer just a budget game. It used to be like add more budget, get more leads. The problem is that they have become a trust, an operations, and a consistency game. Okay, so LSA participation by businesses in every industry has grown from 21% of businesses to more than 70% of businesses in many of the like US home service markets today. That's more than 3 times. It used to be like kind of like a shortcut. It's like, oh, we're going to do LSA because our competitors don't know about it. Well, guess what? They know about it now. And it's just like anything else. Competition causes increase in costs and causes you to get fewer leads. Specifically, more advertisers means leads are being spread across more providers. Google has more options when deciding who to show. Budget alone does not guarantee visibility. Small operational weaknesses become much more expensive, and stable, trusted profiles, business profiles, often beat profiles that keep changing their settings over and over again. Because a lot of you guys are just like, well, if I add more budget, I'm just going to get more leads. And that used to work and it doesn't now. That's what's going on. Google is paying attention to things like the rate of answering calls, the speed of response, how many missed calls there are, message response time when you have the messaging in the console, lead handling behavior in general. A client who's spending money but responds more slowly is going to lose visibility to a competitor with a smaller budget that's being more responsive. I've talked about this before, but you have to be super responsive. If you're going to play the LSA game, you have to play by the rules. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money and wasting your time. LSA used to feel auto magical, like it's, Google ads dumbed down, super easy, pump in my budget. I don't have to deal with anything. I don't need to hire an agency. It's not that way anymore. In fact, we do LSA management for free, even though it is complicated when we run Google ads for people, because honestly, if you're ignoring Google ads, that's silly. Like you still need Google ads. I'm sorry, but all your business is not going to come through LSA. And that's really short-sighted to just think that you can have an LSA strategy, especially these days. You might have gotten away with it for a while, like a year or two ago, no more. Anyway, we do it for free for our clients as an add-on, but I also want to talk lastly about reviews, which is that a lot of clients think the reviews are something that they already have. Like, oh, I have reviews. It's We've checked that box. We have 150 reviews that are 5-star. We don't need to talk about this anymore, Sean. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You have to do it all the time. It has to be consistent. Old reviews don't carry the same weight as new reviews. New reviews matter more. The review you just got yesterday counts more than the review you got 5 months ago or 5 years ago. And that's never going to change. So if you don't have a review system in place to get constant reviews coming into your business, you are underpowered versus the competitors and you are not going to succeed on this platform. One more thing beyond reviews that I'm going to leave it at this. Stop making random changes every few days to your LSA profile. I know we've talked about making changes in the past, but that was in a very particular sense. But if you're constantly changing things, basically what's happening is either you or maybe you're asking your agency to do things like, okay, change the budget, change our service area, add more categories, change our hours, pause the campaign, start the campaign, change the targeting. That makes things worse because Google says, wow, you're unstable. This is a volatile profile. And it will go through, just like Google ads and meta ads, it will go through what's called a learning phase. Again, it's going to be testing you out. It's going to be slowing things down. It's going to be reevaluating. And only after that period, which we don't know how long that will be exactly, could be a week, could be a couple weeks, don't know. Only after that time are things going to sort of hit stride again. So that constant tinkering is sabotaging your results. Listen, I know that was a lot, but I mean, again, I keep having these calls with people who just don't understand this stuff and they're just wondering like, oh, I guess LSA doesn't work anymore. It probably isn't as good as it used to be depending on your situation, but it could be that you're shooting yourself in the foot with it, or you could be that you're misunderstanding how it's supposed to work. So if you really want a real strategy that uses LSA in its proper place and in proper proportion with other things that you're probably ignoring, jump on a call. We can do a free strategy call and I will go over it. I'll look at what you're doing and I'll give you some advice and it's free. And whether you work with me or not, I'm happy to do it. But I'm tired of seeing people just not getting this. Oops, I forgot one thing. Sorry. When you answer leads, you need to give feedback on them, to give the system feedback. Was it booked? Was it a bad fit? Was it out of the area? Was it the wrong service? Was it legitimate, but it didn't close? That feedback helps the LSA system understand what kind of leads you actually are looking for. So give it feedback. I've talked about the system that we use for not LSA, but in like the Google Meta TikTok world, which is called What Converts, that kind of does the same thing and achieves the same result, but Google has it built into LSA. That is not admin busy work, guys. That is training the platform. You need to train your ad platforms to tell them what you want.